we're starting the trip. We're gonna go for a little drive down the Sunset Highway and let Herman tell us some stories.
A few miles before you come to Camp 18, that's where the road goes up to Camp Olsen. I worked up there about 3 years.
Okay.
Camp Olsen. And on the other side of the highway used to be McGregor. That was a big camp there.
Oh, okay.
McGregor. Yeah.
You'll have to show us what equipment they were still using when you were logging.
Oh, that's right. I could show you. Big spar tree, and then a cable about this big, about half a mile out, you know. Sometimes they use a hillside, a stump on a hillside, or they put another spar tree up a back, and then a big carriage, an iron carriage about as big as this cab here, see?
Oh, wow.
About that wide, and they run back and forth on it, and then they got the whole back line, and then the main line, the main line came down from there, and then hooked on the chuckers, see?
Now, but you're turning 92 today.
92. Yeah, when I think about it, most of them guys I worked with, they're all dead and gone.
Yeah.
Most of them. I don't think there's too many of them left. Dom, the hooker, he was only about, maybe a couple of years older than I am. But that's all he was, about a couple of years. And the whole family, they were Arkansas here.
Oh.
The whole family worked up there, and aunts and uncles and cousins, they all worked. And the old man, he was a timber faller all his life. A timber faller, you know. And I tell you something, most of the timber, all in the coastline, most of the timber was all felled by hand.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Before the power saws came in. Yeah. Yeah, that powder monkey, old John, that was his name. I took the job over from him. He always, in the winter time, you know, when it was cold, he always had primers in his ass pockets, you know. At that time we used electric primers, you know, about 3 of them in each pocket, and then wrap the lead wire, you know, wrap the lead wire around, kept them in his pocket, backed his ass up to the fire with these primers in his pocket. All the time.
Did the primers ever get lit?
No, well, they didn't go off because you needed a flashlight battery.
Oh, they weren't fuses, they were primers.
No, they were not fuses, they were
primers. Okay.
Oh, I did it for quite a while, for powder monkey shop. But then, after you set off a charge, you have to make sure that the hole is all the way through, you know?
Yeah.
Then you got to get in there. If you get into that smoke, you get that damnedest headache from it.
Yeah, you were telling me that, yeah.
Son of a gun. And then overnight it kind of goes away again. But then the next day you get it that much quicker. Yeah. Then I think the nitroglycerine, you know.
Yeah.
And in the summertime you handle that power, you wipe your sweat off of your head, and the nitroglycerine gets you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Nelson. Yeah, that was another one, the Nelson. He worked on our crew too some of the time. He was about my age, and his dad was the liverman on the loading end of it. See that skidder I worked on was the biggest steam-powered logging machine they ever built.
Okay.
They ever built. On one end, they pulled the locks in, you know, and the other end, there was the loading boom. They could, when the lock came up, they could pick the locks up, swing them over and set them on the railroad cars, see?
Okay.
Und his dad was the engineer at the loading end of it, see? Yeah, I sometimes I remember all that happened there, you know. I told him many times, it's a wonder I'm still around.
Yeah, you've said that.
Really is. Yeah, and one time when I was powder monkey, you know, we always, but when these big logs hit the ground, sometimes they hit the ground so hard that if you don't shoot a hole, take half an hour or more, but to dig a hole, the chokerman had to dig a hole underneath the log, get the choker through.
Yeah.
So it was cheaper to hire a powder monk, you know. Well, anyway, and then we always put on one end, like if this is a big log, you know, we put and I always carried a bar, an iron bar with me, about 8 foot long, make a hole under there, you know, and then I put anywhere from 1 to 3 sticks I put under there, you know, the choker hole, and then put the dynamite under there, and then I had a long lead wire, and then put it under there, and then hook the wire together, and then I throw the lead wire on the other end of the log, and then I stand on top of the log on the other end.
Okay.
Then the dirt from the rocks, that blow both ways over there. I put it safe that way. Did it that way so all the time. John did it too that way, same way. But one time it didn't work that way, boy. There was a small hemlock pole wedged in right along the big log. A small hemlock pole. And when I was on the other end and set off my charge, that sucker upended and hit me in the head on the other end. Yeah, I kept my tin head in about like that, and didn't hurt my head nothing, but my foot, my foot was sore, couldn't hardly walk. Next day I went to Hillsborough doctor, get it x-rayed. Nothing broken, just sprained bad. Just sprained, but for 3 months I was limping around with that. But,
so you got hit in the head, but your foot hurt.
Yep, that's what happened. Didn't hurt my head, nothing, but the tin head caved in about like that. Yeah, very poor, yeah. That gets right in the bank.
Yep.
Yeah, oh son of a gun. But for 3 months I was sleeping. I went to work anyway, but there was days I wasn't work much. They left me alone anyhow. They left me alone, yeah. Open campaign in the restaurant. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There it is.
Let's go walk around before we go inside.
Oh yes, stop. Look around, look at the equipment over and stuff. There's the sport tree, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Son of a gun.
Is that a spar tree?
That's a sport tree. They had sometimes, half a mile cable. Big, these are the skylines to hold them up.
Yeah.
Know? But
and then that's the boom.
That's the loading boom.
Loading boom.
See the tongue there?
Yeah.
Up in Canada, there was a young kid from Holland. He had that, they call that the second loading job. He had to, when the logs come in, he had to set the tongue on the logs, and then they pick them up, swing them over, and set them on the railroad cars or trucks, whatever they got. And anyway, he didn't get out in clear far enough after he set the log, picked it up, and the log swung back and forth a little bit, and bingo, killed him right there. A young kid from Holland.
Man.
That didn't happen, not on my section where I work, but on the same camp, but on another place.
That look like it? It's a donkey.
Yeah, it's true. We can tell Colette we saw a donkey while we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old steam donkey. And they can move them. They move them through the woods on their own steam. Hop from stump to stump and pull them.
And they just pulled it right up the hill.
Oh hell yes, anywhere. Look at them drums they got there, see?
Wait,
Take
how
them
does it
drums.
look when it's on logs?
Yeah.
The logs are like skids, big skids, okay?
These are skids, they're mounted on.
And then there's a big winch. See that point up there? There's a winch line that goes through, a huge winch line. I don't see one around here, but it's big, right? Big old winch line, right?
Oh, there are several, about three different ones for the haulback, smaller ones, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dad, how did they get here?
They have a stove going, a fireplace, and then water, okay? And then that would heat up and create steam, and it would turn all the gears, and this thing would just crawl right across the ground.
Dude,
I'm not joking, Clint.
they mold, they from stump to stump, they
Yeah.
pull them, you know, to a new landing, you know.
Yeah, from one landing to the next.
Yeah. No daughter. I often thought when they can't quit, I could have bought some of them old eight.
Oh, the old eights.
Old eights, but they were cable pull.
Yeah.
They didn't have hydraulic. That's probably a 9, that sucker there.
It does have a blade on it.
Yeah, that's bigger than an 8. That's probably a 9. Oh, yeah. I remember when I started working at the diamond over there at the Wilson River.
Yeah.
First day I come there, and then the boss said, "Oh, go with old John." He had an 8, and his job was picking up stray logs. See?
Oh, okay.
Climb on that cat and steep going up like that, you know.
Yeah.
Then I had to hook the logs on, and then on the way down, it was so damn steep, the log shot the cat in the ass. It was all rocky ground. You see, if the cat ain't very careful, he can use the machine all down right down the cliff.
Yeah.
Herman, is this
Oh,
what
look at
you
that.
logged? Is this what you logged? Is that what?
That's a little bit. Oh, look at that. These big drums, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, they got 2 drums. See, there's a straw line drum up there.
Yep, I see it. The 3 drums all together.
Yeah.
One, actually, yeah, 3.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, look at that, guys. There you go. There's a block.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is that? Hold on. Why don't you boys stand next to that?
Oh, that's the block.
Oh, that's heavy.
So Herman talks a lot about drag saws. He's talked about it over and over again. So there's one over here. He was talking about it a minute ago, but I wanted to show you guys. So this is a drag saw. And on a drag saw, you drive these spikes into the big log, and the blade goes along that side. Put gas in this side and water in this side, or maybe it's vice versa. I don't know which way it goes. And then it goes back and forth, and while you're splitting wood, it cuts your big log. But we're talking big logs. We're not talking about like the stuff that I do. Yeah, he was pretty stoked about it. And then he's in there checking out the rest of that memorial. He's really, that really hit a chord with him. This is a block he was talking about, to give you an idea. Clint, why don't you stand next to that, buddy? I mean, yeah, it's just massive. It's just a huge chunk of steel. It's pretty stinking cool. Stuff's a lot bigger than you thought, huh, Clint?
Well, the chunk high up here, isn't it, eh?
Oh, there's a lot, but yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, very interesting.
Pretty amazing,
I wish I'd see one of them. They had some little pumps, you know, like
Yeah.
with the donkey pump with the skater. The pump they had for the skater. I wish I'd had pictures from it. The flywheel, they had 1 cylinder diesel.
Oh, okay.
And one man had to run that all the time. One man.
Okay.
One man had to run that all the time.
Well, let's go get some food. How's that beer, Herman?
All right. Long time since I had a beer.
Long time?
Yeah, when I had this brain concussion, I couldn't drink any alcohol or coffee either.
Oh, okay.
Now it's
Yeah.
What's that, big guy?
Chocolate.
What did you get there, Clint?
yeah, I'll make some pictures of that and send it to the girls down there.
Yeah, we will. Oh, hey, Herman.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it is very good.
Oh, yeah.
Did the cheese?
Put it down.
He did. Yep.
Anything else I can get for you guys?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy.
Potato chips.
How was lunch?
Good, good.
Good, huh?
Good lunch.
Yeah, we had a good lunch with Herman
Yeah,
and
good.
a good dessert. That's true. Wow, that's look how big. Clint, stand next to that, buddy.
You
Boys,
got stuff like that at home?
I know how I have stuff like that. Look at that, boys. Wowzer.
Bear's climbing.
That is massive. Come on, let's go over here. We'll take a picture, okay? No, on here. You boys sit on his lap. All right, Herman, get in the photo with them. Get in the photo with them.
Sit on your
Yeah. Yeah.
Here you go. All right, boys. All right. Smiles. Did you have a good one?
Good one.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I enjoyed that.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
Oh.
that. Smokey the Bear.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Herman, wonder if he's still alive or not.
Hageman. I don't know.
Herman after. Remember, did you had a picture one time?
Yes, I did have a picture.
Uh-huh. The Herman
Hageman.
was in there.
Yeah.
And after Olsen died, Herman took over.
So it's Olson and then Hageman. All right, boys, start getting in the car.